Good evening, grade 12s. Okay, today we shall be looking at growth charts. Now, for instance, if you look at this growth chart here, it has got two aspects. It's got the length, which actually tells us how tall the baby is, and it has got also the weight, which actually tells us how heavy the baby is. So in other words, on the vertical axis, you have got two aspects of the baby's growth, which is the length and the weight. And then when you look on the horizontal axis, it shows the month, the age in months, So in other words, that is from birth until when the baby is 2 years old. That's 24 months. Now, this is what you need to understand when it comes to such a chart. The first thing that you have to understand is that these curved lines are percentiles. If you look in the weight, it says the first line is 2, 5, 10, 25, 50, 75, 90, 95, 98. So those are percentiles. If you look at, let's say, 75, that is the 75th percentile, which simply means that 75% of all babies in that age group have got the weight less than this child, and then 25% of the babies in this age group have got the weight greater than hers. I repeat again, 75th percentile means 25% of the babies have got a weight greater than this one, and then 75% have got a weight less than this one. That's 75th percentile. Right, and then when you look in the second part now, so we're looking at how tall the baby is. Even there too, you have those curved lines those are percentiles. Now, this is what happens now. If you look at the length, the units of measurement in this case, you have got centimeters, which is part of the metric system. And then you've got inches, which are part of the imperial system. When you look at the weight is in pounds and kilogram. Pounds, remember, this is the unit of measurement of mass or of weight from the imperial system, and kilograms is a unit of measurement from the metric system. Now here is a question. So whenever there is a question, the moment they talk about the age, I want you to understand this, that if, let's say, for instance, okay, the baby is 12 months old. Because normally in this case, whenever they ask you questions, they will ask you questions, but they have to give you two aspects, or should I say, they will give you two parts of the question that is either they give you the age and then they give you the weight, and then they will ask you about the percentile. Or they'll give you the percentile and they give you the age, and then you have to calculate the weight. Basically, this is what you do. It's like working with coordinates. All you have to do, if they say, okay, the baby is 12 months old. This is what you're going to do. You'll draw the vertical line from top to bottom. So in other words, you're going to draw the vertical line from top to bottom. So there is the vertical line from top to bottom. So if they say to you, what is the weight of a child who is in the 50th percentile? So now you're going to look at the 50th percentile. There is the 50th percentile. So now you're going to come down and see where the 50th percentile meets the vertical axis. And then you put a dot there. This is where they meet. Now, what must we do? Then you have to draw the horizontal line. So, after drawing the horizontal line, then you can actually see, oh, okay, this baby has got, he weighs how many? 8.2, 8.4, 8.6, 8.8 kilograms. That is the weight. So every time you have got the question, all you have to do is to have two aspects. If they give you the percentile or if they give you the age and they give you the weight, then they will ask about the percentile. Now I want us to look at the questions that were in your exam pertaining to question 5. Here are the questions. It says, Jane and Tom have 2 girls, Rose, who is 2 years old, and Joy, who is 8 months old. The growth chart for girls is shown in Annexure B in the addendum. Use the information above and annexure to answer the following questions. 5.1.1. Rose's weight at birth is on the 75th percentile curve. So now you go to the weight percentile curve. Right, okay? They say his weight was on the 75th percentile curve. So now you go to the 75th percentile curve. Oh, okay. This is the 75th percentile curve. So you go down on the curve until you come to the birth. Remember, this is the 75th percentile. At birth, right? So I'm marking the point there. Now I'm looking at, because they're asking how much was his weight. And then you say, okay, right. We've got 3.2, 3.4, and then you say, oh, it's 3.6. So in other words, his weight, Rose's weight at birth, because the other thing you have to know, Rose, how old is Rose? Rose is 2 years. So in other words, we know that, okay, at birth, Rose was actually what? Was weighing 3.6. He was weighing 3.6 kilograms. And then, Give the other name. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the part I'm looking for. That's 3.6 kilograms. Sorry. Okay. Number 1 says, give the other name of the 75th percentile. Right. The 75th percentile, it's actually, if you remember the box and whisker plots, when we look at the box and whisker plots, we say in the box and whisker plot, we say, okay, right, we have the first quartile, the second quartile, and the third quartile. So the first quartile, we say this is the 25th percentile, this is the 50th percentile, and this is the 75th percentile. So in other words, the 75th percentile is also known as the third quartile. So that answers that question. That's okay. The other name for the third quartile is the 75th percentile. The other name for the second quartile, we say it's the 5th percentile or the median. The first quartile is the 25th percentile. So we must know that. Thank you. Right. Okay. So give the other name of the 75th percentile. We say that is the third quartile. That's Q3. Then, Rose's weight is on the 75th percentile curve. 75th percentile curve. What does that mean? Like I said, if somebody is on the 75th percentile, so like in this case, we're looking at Rose's weight. So it means 75% of all girls in Rose's age group have got the weight which is less than hers, and 25% have got the weight greater than hers. So if there are 35,000 2-year-olds in South Africa, how many girls are heavier than Rose? Right. Now, if they say heavier than Rose, so it means we're talking of the 25% which is above Rose. So 25% multiplied by 35,000. Then you'll get the answer there. Now, Joy's age for weight lies in the 90th percentile. So we're looking at Joy. How old is Joy? Joy is 8 months old. Now we go back to our table. 8 months old. Oh, then you look for 8 months. Oh, there is... They've got 6, 7, 8. So this is 8 months. We go down here. This is 8 months. Then you have to draw the vertical line. Right. After drawing the vertical line of this girl who is 8 months old. Now the question says, Joy's age for weight lies in the 90th percentile. So this is, Joy's height. So we're looking under the height. The height is the length. So now there is the 90th percentile. The 90th percentile. So I'm looking for the point where these two meet. They meet here. Now I have to draw the horizontal line from one end to the other. That will tell me exactly how many centimeters or how tall is this child. If you look carefully, you can actually tell that, oh, okay, he's on the 90th percentile. So it means he is 29,8 no, this is inches. So let us look at centimeters now. That will be 75,2, 75,2, which is 29 or 75,2. That is the height. If you say Joy's age for height lies in the 90th percentile, so her length in centimeters will be, come on, no, sorry, I made a mistake. There is the 90th percentile. I'm looking at rows. Now let us look at Joy, 8 months, 90th percentile. There we go down there. Oh, yes. There we go. Oh, here. Right. We are here. Thank you. So, 90th. Wait. Being old. The Kremlin is setting up. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. Right. Okay. Right, we here. Now I have to draw the horizontal line. There we go. I'm drawing the horizontal line from one end to the other. Now I have to look. This is because we're looking for the weight now, right? This is the one we're looking at. This one here. Because this is 9 months. This is 9 months. This is 9 months. I'm sorry, 8 months. So we go down until we get here. The 90th percentile. There's the 90th percentile. We come down until here. And then we draw the vertical line. Now it's telling us now this is 70 centimeters. 70.2, wait, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. So it means she is 72 centimeters tall because that's where the horizontal line ran. Right, grade 12, I thought you actually enjoyed this lesson. Please don't hesitate if ever there are any other questions regarding percentiles and growth chart. But to sum up everything, all I'm saying is that whenever you encounter a question based on growth chart, you must know that it's a graph like any other graph. So a graph, you work with your horizontal axis as well as your vertical axis. All you have to understand is that, okay, what is on the horizontal axis or what is on the vertical axis? So this graph, the growth chart is similar to a graph. For instance, if you look at income and expenditure, and then you are asked to actually draw the income graph as well as the cost graph on the same set of axes. So in this case, on the same set of axes, they drew the percentiles curve for the weight, and then they drew the percentile curves for the length. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Wishing you all the luck in your exam.